Okay, so boom. Y'all heard about not falling asleep in front of mirrors, right? Because if you haven't, let me tell you why you shouldn't. It was this girl named Lena, and of course she had a mirror in front of her.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all pay. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just.
Okay, so boom. Y'all heard about not falling asleep in front of mirrors, right? Because if you haven't, let me tell you why you shouldn't. It was this girl named Lena, and of course she had a mirror in front of her bed, and she fell asleep in front of it. And when she fell asleep, she unfortunately started having sleep paralysis. Now, fortunately, she did wake up out of it, or at least she thought, because when she woke up and she sat up in front of her mirror, she was moving, but her reflection wasn't. And then all of a sudden, her reflection, she started seeing this shadowy figure start walking up behind her. Now, of course, she freaked out and she turned to try and look at it, and there's nothing there. But when she turned back into the mirror, this shadowy figure is getting closer and closer until it touches her. And she turns again, but there's nothing there, but she feels it and she sees it in the mirror. And once it touches her, her reflection finally does move, and the only movement it does is this creepy smile. So at that point, she freaked out. So of course, she did the only thing she could do. She started praying. And as she started praying, this shadowy figure started making this gurgling, growling sound. And she started praying harder because she realized at that point that it must be making this thing mad. So it must be working. And all of a sudden, her father gets burst into the room. And the only reason he burst into the room is because he was having a dream himself. And in his dream, he was in the woods, and he all of a sudden started hearing his daughter's name, or start hearing him call for him and saying, "Dad, help me, help me." So he burst into the room, and it turns out she wasn't even in her bed. She was actually standing right in front of the mirror like she was in some trance, just staring at her reflection, not doing nothing. And he was able to shake her up out of it. And he brought her to his bedroom with the mama and woke her up, and they started praying. But child, she ain't never sleep in front of the mirror again. And that's why you shouldn't either, because you never know what portal you may open or what may happen.
This is why you should be scared of mirrors. Reddit user Liberated Man said that when he was about 12 years old, he woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. He walked across the hall to the bathroom, hit the lights, and was about to reach for the toilet when he glanced up and saw a face in the mirror. It wasn't his face. He said that it was as if someone was on the other side, standing to the right, with their face right next to the glass, staring at him. He only saw it for the briefest moment, but it seared into his brain. He screamed and ran out to find his dad. His dad, of course, investigated and then calmed him down, or tried to. They had a prayer session because he was so freaked out. Eventually, he went back to sleep. He said that fast forward to his 30s, he had forgotten all about the event, until one night, while visiting, his dad quietly brings it up. He said, "Remember that one time you saw a face in the mirror?" It suddenly came back to him in a rush of a memory, sending a chill down his spine. He said, "Yeah, I remember." And then his dad said, "Well, sometimes I think about that night." He looked down at the floor with a serious expression, and then he said, "I saw it too." He went on to describe exactly what Reddit user Liberated Man had seen. Neither of them have any idea what it was. Apparently, when his dad went to investigate, he saw it and had a freak out of his own. And the prayer session was as much for his own nerves as it was his son's.
You are not ready for what I'm about to show you. I posted a video about a week ago about mirror gazing. It's where you look into a mirror and you focus on your eyes and your face morphs into different things. The comment section, though, has got me questioning a lot about portals, okay? People are saying mirrors are portals. I kind of believe that. So what I did was I got two mirrors. And I put them about this far away from each other, facing each other, okay? I then go and put a voice recorder in the middle of it, just to see if I can capture any type of sounds of a portal or anything like that. And this is where it gets crazy. Now, you may not believe this, but this is what I captured. Take a listen.
So this right here is an active witch. Okay, guys? They don't teach you guys this in church, but this witch has set up this mirror so whoever walks by, she can steal their essence or their soul. Someone that's probably troubled. There's a lot of people that are not aware about how witches operate, but this is not someone capturing the sun. This is not someone just got rid of a mirror. No, this mirror is here to capture souls, and this is what I want people to be aware of, because mirrors, things like that, and literally in the middle of nowhere. So everything in my being told me exactly what this was. So yeah, I'm gonna be walking across the street, and hopefully it won't be here tomorrow.
Things that I just don't do as a superstitious woo-woo person, and you might want to save it so you don't do some of these things too, in case you don't know about these things. So all of what I'm going to talk about in this video relates to mirrors. So these are my personal superstitions. I know a lot of people believe that if you break a mirror, that's 7 years of bad luck. I don't necessarily believe that one, mainly because I'm clumsy, so I'm just choosing not to give that one any power. But a few things that I will not be doing with mirrors. So a lot of cultures have folklore surrounding mirrors and their own traditions and things that they do. So you'll see some people say that they cover mirrors after somebody passes away in a household as to not, I guess, confuse the spirits or have them stuck there. I don't really know, but a lot of people will tell you that mirrors are portals. I'm a big believer of that. So I will not sleep in front of a mirror. I will cover a mirror, turn a mirror, but I don't sleep with a mirror facing me. I just don't do it and will not do it. I will not look into a mirror in the dark or a dark blacked out mirror. Some people know about scrying or mirror gazing. I will not be doing either of those things. So if I'm in the bathroom, I'll turn the light off. I will not look in the mirror at all, especially not in the dark. Third thing I will not do, I will not be repeating any name, any amount of times into any reflective surface at all. And that's, you know who, Mary or Candyman. I probably wouldn't even say why would I need to say my own name? I wouldn't say my own name into a mirror. Then I just glanced up and looked into the mirrors. No, will not be saying any name, any amount of time into any reflective surface, into any mirror. But if you have any superstitions or know of any superstitions about mirrors, or if there's something like within your culture, leave it down below, because I would like to know if there's some things that I'm doing that I probably should not be doing, because I have a lot of practices that kind of center around mirrors, but those are my big don'ts as a superstitious woo-woo chick. So let me know what y'all think, because some people get really angry when I talk about superstition in my comments, and I don't get it. But
if you lock yourself into a mirror and just stare into your own eyes in the mirror, you are not looking at yourself. That is not you. That's an actual being on the other end of that world that's mimicking you. All right, and this is a powerful thing that must be known and must be understood completely. All right, that when you are looking into a mirror, you are looking at fallen entities that are mimicking you. All right, and the elites will never tell you that. The oppressors will never tell you that. This is why they got a mirror in every house, just like they got a goddamn TV in every house. They all go hand in hand. All right. Also, beings can enter into your home and into your aura field through your mirror. This is why anciently our ancestors, they wanted nothing to really do with mirrors. If you look at if you want, because we wasn't really never enslaved like that anyway. But the few of us that would get caught and go into slavery, we wasn't in no mirrors. We looking at the water. We want to see ourselves. We're going to look into a natural source, which is water. Water also gives you a reflection of yourself, as well as metal. These are things that we place here on the planet naturally. A mirror isn't a natural thing, all right? it's a holographic world designed to keep you trapped in.
Terrence Howard explains mirror ritual magic.
Go in the bathroom, turn off the lights, look in the mirror. We'll have the light on it first, and then after 1 minute, turn the light off, and and search until you see your own glow, your own aura, and then you watch it change.
Wow.
And it's a scary thing because you'll feel like some hands are on you, and you lose a little bit of control of what you're doing. But if you stay with it, you'll be inhabited by something, and then you walk out, and the character's with you, and you got to know how to say goodbye to it.
Right.
If you really want to get there.
Right.
A lot of people are afraid, to empty themselves and be filled up with something else. But, as an actor, you're an emotional prostitute.
Wow.
Hi, it's Kelly. I haven't been down here in a really long time, like a month or two. After what happened, I couldn't come down here. So, but my family's come down here a lot, and so is my brother, and they say they've seen nothing, and my brother, I made him look through every single room and everywhere, and there's nothing here, and I need to finish this video, so I'm doing it. So, this is a turning board, and I'm going to... Mom, is that? Why is this door opening? Hello? Mom, is that? Why is this door opening? Hello?
And this is going to freak everyone out. Every mirror on the face of the earth is haunted. Yes. Every single one. The biggest, strongest spirit near a mirror will grab hold of it and keep all other spirits at bay. It will fight for this glance into our world. A portal's the same way. The biggest meanest is going to stand at the guard because it wants the energy of the portal. It wants the energy of the area that the portal came from. If you remove that one, the next biggest thing, or a bigger thing with no fight, might be on its way. And if it's closed, it's closed. That's great. However, how closed, how secure, how tight, and it comes back to that wonderful phrase, I don't know. We just don't know, and we don't understand it.
Sure. And for all the viewers who are now freaking out about their mirrors in their house, maybe we'll make a TikTok about how to lock your mirrors. There are ways to protect yourselves. Don't go smashing all your mirrors. So.
First off, if the mirror is not cleansed properly, then the entity will still live within the mirror. And whoever looks, glances, or their appearance shows up within that mirror, that entity will begin to feed on that individual. Similar to the King Solomon story where the demon sucks on the little boy's thumb. It takes away the life's energy. So whatever entity that has been summoned within that mirror, if it is not cleansed properly, it still lives within that mirror. So whoever looks at it, it begins to feed on them. That's one of the dangers of mirror magic.
Hey, so listen, if you mirror gazing and that motherfucker don't start looking like the 1930s, 1920s, maybe sometimes the 1400s, you're doing something wrong. I need you to stare harder and longer. I need you to stare right here. Try not to blink as long as possible. I need you to look here, and I need you to try to find your pupils. Then you're going to start noticing some shit changing behind you. The colors might happen. Then it start looking like some type of animation. Then it's just going to start to look like another lifetime. Do you hear me? For real. Like, I need you to stare in about 10 minutes. If you start seeing a change, but you ain't seeing a change, I need you to do 20 minutes strong. Don't look nowhere else but at your ass.
Wait, so can you explain why mirrors are magic? Well, they're not just magic, they're portals. How? Well, think about what happens when you look at a mirror. I see myself. And you're seeing what's behind you is actually in front of you. What's behind me is... yeah, actually, that's true. Yeah, so when you see what's behind you is actually in front of you, whoa, that is a portal. It's a very specific kind of portal, but yeah, sure is a portal. And this is why you're able to do a lot of ancestral connection through mirrors. Yeah, because you're able to see the ancestors behind you in time, currently where you're at now. And if you already do mirror work and mirror magic, yeah, then being intentional and very specific and inviting the ancestors of love into that mirror work session with you helps you to learn how to differentiate between you and your ancestors and what that feels like and looks like.
If you have mirrors in your house, especially one by your bed, then you might be letting ghosts in. You need to absolutely watch this video to ensure that you are not allowing spirits to enter into your home without your permission. Mirrors are powerful portals, and I'm going to tell you what you can expect and what you can do in this video, so make sure you stay till the end, because at the end I'm going to give you a ritual that you can do to ensure that you seal them up. There are so many superstitions that exist around mirrors, like vampires can't see their reflection in mirrors, and even in a lot of traditions, people used to hang cloths over their mirror when someone would die. In Feng Shui, you're not supposed to have a mirror facing your bed because you can travel through those mirrors while you sleep. Mirror magic is fascinating to me, because when you actually face yourself in the mirror, which we all do as we're getting ready or to see ourselves before we leave, you're seeing yourself in reverse. It's not the full version of you that you're seeing a reflection of you. I recorded a full series of mirror magic rituals and spells in the Spellbinders Club. Use the link in my profile. I actually love mirrors. I love the ability to understand how a mirror is a reflection of you, because you see yourself in reverse in the mirror. You're not seeing yourself. You're seeing a reflection of yourself. And that reflection itself can be amplified to create an increase in energy around you. And now I'll tell you what you can use that for. Protection, manifestation, creation. And you can actually open the mirror to be a portal to communicate with someone who is no longer living. But if you don't want that, and you want to keep your mirrors closed and sealed, here's the ritual that you should do. Number 1, you should use a smoke cleanse 3 times in a sunwise direction around your mirror, speaking the words that you are closing this to any outside energy. You can use water or any type of anointing oil and paint protection symbols on each of the corners of the mirror to close it up. And you should always, always clear dust and old residue from your mirrors. You can also use a mirror to create a shield. So even if you have cleared it and cleansed it and completely closed it up from any unwanted spirits, using that as a portal to enter into your home, you can cast your own protection for you in the mirror while you're looking at your own reflection. Mirrors are powerful. Use it to your benefit, seal it up if you don't want it, and find all the rituals in the Spellbinders Club.
Do you remember back when that YouTuber disappeared after teaching people how to open a portal inside of his bedroom by using different sound frequencies?
Missing YouTuber and his viral video. It's all part of a mystery centered around Sedona, Arizona.
Go ahead and play that. So, here 528 tone. I also have another tone generator set to 525, and I'm about to show you what will happen with that. There we go. 528. And already you can see
If you stare at your reflection long enough in the mirror, it'll start to stare back at you. What I mean is, it'll literally move different than you. and it might even start a conversation. I'm not exaggerating, this isn't a metaphor or a joke. The mystery of the magic mirror is a secret that's been long hidden by the secret societies. Some of these societies refer to the ritual simply as memento mori, which means remember death. This exercise isn't for everyone, but I promise you, if you stick with it, your mind will be blown, and you will have my first key to the apocalypse. I'm going to tell you how to do this practice, but first I want to give you a warning and an explanation. First off, when your reflection starts to do things that you're not doing, and even starts a conversation with you, I want you to ask yourself, who is that? Is it God? Is it the devil? Is it you? Or is it the universe itself? The key to understanding what this place actually is lies in understanding what starts to talk to you and move differently than you in the mirror. This experience is going to change your life by shattering your foundations of understanding of this reality. If successful, it will unglue you from your perceptions and open you up to the real world. You may even begin to dream awake. Ooh, I just gave you a hint. So here's my warning. Many people who have done this have had their consciousness shattered, and it took a very long time for them to recover. So you perform this ritual at your own risk. Late at night, preferably alone, I want you to go into a room with a mirror. Turn off all the lights, but get yourself a candle. Light the candle and put it to your left side. Make sure the candle is positioned in such a way that both sides of your face are dimly lit. I want you to stand about a foot away from this mirror and stare directly into your eyes or in the middle of your nose. I want you to start taking deep breaths and relaxing. Don't anticipate anything happening. Just let yourself go, be calm, breathe, and let the process unfold. It may take a couple of attempts, or it may happen the first time. First, your face will disappear. Try not to focus on any given point. Unfocus your eyes. You'll see a shadow across your entire face. Then, your face may morph into various characters. I got a tiger face first. Then I turned into a caveman, then a gray alien. This was very vivid and real. It was unmistakable. When I pushed past the fear and amazement of that, my face eventually returned to normal. This is when you have to wait a few minutes and be patient. The next thing, I will not tell you what happens. You'll have to see for yourself. Once you're done, be sure to come back to this video and comment what happened. This is the beginning of the realization of what this place actually is. This is a key to the apocalypse. You're welcome.
For those paranormal investigators, tell me this isn't spooky. Since my grandma passed away, before she passed away, I asked her what's with the two mirrors facing each other. She tells me she just wanted to put the two mirrors there. I literally told her that she may not believe in spirits, but this two mirrors facing each other are portals to something. And she looks at me like she didn't believe me. But I showed her on some things what portals mean, mirror to portals. And she told me, that's phony balooey. But this is creepy, because not only, I don't know if you can see it, but not only it's a portal, but because of the mirror, how the mirrors are facing each other, it's showing yourself. So people don't think this is a portal, but I do, because I watch paranormal videos, and I know what portals do if you have a haunted house. But it's not. I don't know if it's technically haunted, because I believe, if I'm believably correct, my aunt, my grandma, and my grandpa, they used to own this house, passed away. My grandpa passed away, I don't remember how long ago. My grandma passed away about a year ago, I think. And this is kind of creepy. Tell me what you think.
Am I tripping out, or did you guys also see that dark ass hallway with like a lamp shade on the wall through the mirror? I thought I'm tripping. Let me know in the comments, please.
So I just saw this woman's video about mirror gazing, and I've done this. It's really spooky. Your face, she talks about this too, but I just wanted to talk about my experience. Your face starts to, your eyes relax, and you kind of do that thing where you just like lose focus with your eyes, and your face starts to shape shift into, I was seeing all kinds of different faces, different men, different women. And I kept coming back to this old woman with like a cloudy cataract eye and like crazy gray frizzy hair. And I started to get really spooked out by that. And I stopped and saged the area. It does kind of feel like you're looking through all of the faces that you've had, especially if you believe in past lives. It's like you're just like sifting through all of the different lives you've experienced. I feel like potentially like maybe something could slip through, like you kind of open a channel for communication, and mirrors are like portals, you know, right? I would say if you're gonna try mirror gazing, do like a little bit of a ritual where you cleanse the space and then say, call upon, whatever you like to use, if you use like archangels or guides or God or whatever, just to say you're protecting the space and that nothing can come through this potential portal that I'm opening. And then kind of like close it up. I just think spiritual hygiene is important, and I don't want to scare anybody. If you want to try this, go for it. But I'm just a word of warning, it's definitely a spooky experience.
Okay, so I'm sure that many of us already know by now that mirrors are portals, and they have a direct link between this physical world and the spiritual world. And yes, mirrors are known to attract evil spirits and negative energies, but they can also be used for positive purposes. It can be used for manifestation, divination, and tapping into your past lives. And for some of us growing up, when we would go over other people's houses, we would see a mirror that is placed amongst the dining room wall. And when you place a mirror against the dining room wall, you're setting the tone for your house, helping to attract good health, abundance, prosperity. I'm also going to be going to my YouTube channel discussing further in depth about mirrors and what they can be used for. So stay tuned.
Okay, so I was like, I'm gonna make a TikTok video about this, okay? Because I just picked up some stuff from my new spa room. I'm trying to get it decorated, etc., etc. And so I got this mirror theme going in the room. And if you can see behind me, y'all can see the back of my arm. So there's like a mirror, right? Okay. So y'all, I'm doing my little church check before I get out of the car, right? And I look in the mirror up here, okay? So I'm looking, I saw a hand do like this. And I'm like, what in the, girl, I started going crazy. Cause I'm like, what's behind me? So look, I never turn my head and look behind me. I just keep looking in the mirror trying to figure out what I'm looking at. And then I'm seeing the front of my car whole time. It's my reflection. But I'm just totally shook it, okay? And I'm like, am I entering into different portals? Okay? And speaking of portals, Honey, your mirrors are portals. They are portals, baby. And so anytime you buy a new mirror, there's special things you should do to ensure that you do not carry anyone's negative reflections or shadows into your new space. There are other things that you do when you put the mirror in position to protect and make sure it's never activated by negative entities to allow them things to portal through those portals. Okay? There are so many things that you have to do with mirrors. Okay? If you have a house and someone has transitioned in your household, they have been unalived in the house, and I mean physically in the house. And then sometimes when people are unalived in the house, it takes a little while before the people come to collect, you know, their flesh, right? I'm sorry to say that. It sounds so bad, but that's what we are. We are flesh. Okay, anyway. So if that's the case, honey, you need to cover your mirrors. Cover the mirrors, baby. Okay, because my grandma said, when you leave them mirrors uncovered and you got old Aunt Sally then transition, Aunt Sally can either be trapped in that mirror through a portal, okay? Or Aunt Sally can bring things through with her. Because think about it, when people are about to transition, you are surrounded by angels and demons. You don't know that, but you are. When you are a woman and you are in labor, okay, you are surrounded by angels. Angels that are there for your protection and angels that are there to usher in that new life, to portal in that new life. So if you have a mirror in your house and somebody has become unalived in the house, then you might want to cover that mirror again. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow, like, and share. Okay, if y'all want to see more details on how you can protect yourself in these mirrors. Somebody in one of these comments I had actually left me a comment and asked me something about a mirror. I'm going to find your comment and I am going to try to remember to make a post for you. Because, honey, right now, something is telling me that I need to be focused on these mirrors. I need to be focused on portals and ensuring that I am not allowing my energy to be portaled through any negative portals, okay? We only walking through good portals, baby. We only getting gifts around here. We don't care about blessings. We care about gifts because we not less. We are gifted. Ashe. Anyway, like I said, like, share, follow. This is Tita's Hoodoo Coochie Queen, and these are the things that my grandmama said, the spiritual things, spiritual tips my grandmama said. Ashe.
Here's the truth about mirrors and magic. Originally, mirrors were made out of obsidian or silver. Silver, a protection metal against evil entities. The goddess Hathor had a mirror made from the silver of her shield, with one side containing the power of Ra's eye, and the other side showing the gazer in his or hers true light. But the mirrors of today have been reprogrammed as magic used against you. Made of silica, which is a quartz component, which makes them man-made portals. Some of you sleep in front of mirrors every night and wake up the next day in a new dimension and don't even know it. Wonder why things seem off? Quantum jumping? Does that make them bad to look into? No. All crystals are forms of programmable technology, which means what it was originally made for can be reprogrammed by you through your intention. They don't want you to know that, though. That's why folklores through religions were created to deter you from using different forms of magic. Newsflash, they don't want you to remember who you are. Yes, even religion is a practice of magic. That's why it's important whenever you look into a mirror to set intentions. Moving into a new home that already has mirrors, replace them with your own or bless them with your essence. How do you set intention, you may ask? One way is by using the breath technique. You've seen it in almost all the horror movies. When they breathe onto the mirror and then write a message in the water vapors that are left on the mirror from the breath, then sets an intention acting as a gate code for the portal that's within the mirror. You can block negative energies by doing this and also redirect the energies in which it was used for. Comment below your experiences with mirror magic. Perspective.
Here's a spell that you can do if you don't necessarily want to curse somebody, but you want somebody to reflect on the things that they've said and done. You'll need a double-sided mirror. I got mine at the Dollar Tree. Either a photo of that person, or you can just write their name and their date of birth on it if you have it, and then some kind of thread. Now, for me personally, I've only ever used it so I can have people look within and see how their words and actions truly affect other people. So I write that either on the photo or on the paper. Now, because I am trying to help them heal, I like to use softer ingredients like rose, lemon balm, lavender, chamomile. With that being said, though, you can definitely make this spicy. Fold up your photo or your letter and put it in here. Take your thread and bind it around the mirror. That way they have to look within. And then just let it sit on your altar and keep giving it energy. When they've learned their lesson, take it apart.
This woman opened a portal to another world using 2 mirrors.
So no offense to that original content creator, because it doesn't seem that he makes occult, esoteric, or mystical content. So I don't think he's trying to deceive anybody on purpose or anything like that. But that's not how portals work. So are mirrors portals, or can they be used as portals? Well, technically, yes. But just like anything else in the occult, esoteric, or mystical world, which is pretty much anything spiritual, it needs to be activated before you can utilize it in that way. So for a mirror, you can't just go to Target or buy a mirror on Amazon, and when it arrives, you simply have portals in your home. They need to be blessed, consecrated, and activated in order to have any sort of spiritual power or anything like that. So despite what any ghost hunter, paranormal investigator, or virtually any non-occultist says, the mirrors in your home are not opening portals and bringing in spirits. Seek the mysteries.
Have you ever tried mirror gazing? Anybody can do this, and I will say, it's trippy, it's spooky, and it's weird. And please, only do this if you are in the right state of mind. This kind of mind bending, twisting can really mess with your mind. So, with further ado, what is mirror gazing? What you want to do is go into a room with a mirror and dim the lights. And you're going to look at yourself in the mirror. Look into your eyes. Disclaimer, this is a haunted mirror. I collect haunted objects, so please do it with a regular mirror, not a haunted one. As you're staring at your eyes in the mirror, your eyes are going to start to glaze. Don't force anything, just let it happen and keep staring into your own eyes. It only takes about 15 to 20 seconds before you start seeing something or someone else in the mirror. I feel like I'm like a hypnotist right now. I'm just explaining everything. Everyone is going to have a different experience with this. I would like to share mine. As I did it, it only took about 20 seconds before I started seeing someone else in the mirror. It was sort of like an out-of-body experience, like the other people I've been hearing when they tell their story. It's like an out-of-body experience. But I was seeing something in the mirror that wasn't human. It was very dark and scary, just looking back at me. It was like I couldn't even see myself anymore. It was almost like something scary was just staring back at me. Something with long, dark hair, black eyes. You couldn't even see the eyes. It was a lady, and she had this gray skin. Now, each time I've tried this, I have had a different experience with it. So you may experience seeing different things each time you try it. Now, please remember, this can be a really cool experience, but make sure you are mentally ready to do it. Make sure you are in the right state of mind. Please do this for me. I've been doing this since I remember doing it the first time when I was 8 years old. It is fun, it is cool, but like I said, please be careful. Make sure you're in the right state of mind, you're mentally there, and it's something that you just want to try and have fun with. Don't make it seem like it's a scary thing. Just have fun. Maybe try it at a party with friends. You don't have to do it alone. I want to know if you've ever tried it. Let me know your experiences in the comments, and please be careful.
TikTok, stop playing with me. The enemy is mad that I'm about to expose this, but here we go. Y'all, so look at that. Y'all see the slit in my eye? This comes from mirror gazing, y'all. I was about, I want to say roughly about 17 to 18. This was when I was living in Seaford, Delaware at the time. And I didn't know it was called mirror gazing. I just now learned that term. Never heard of mirror gazing until today. So I was, spiritual, just going about my life. Yeah, I knew God and stuff like that, but I was highly spiritual even back then. I didn't know it was called witchcraft. I didn't know it was witchcraft. I just thought I was manifesting what I wanted. So I said, I want a cat eye. Like, let me have a slit in my eye. And I kept imagining it, kept staring in the mirror, kept staring in the mirror. And as I stared in the mirror, I was get like this like conjuring feeling in my stomach and stuff like that. And it felt bad, but then it felt good because the mindset I had at the time. But look, y'all see that slit in my eye? Look, I look like the devil's son. Look, I look evil. I don't know who this person is. I look devilishly handsome, right? This is what this did. See that? And this came with a lot of spiritual attacks, y'all. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I read the law of attraction at the time. Before the law of attraction was a big thing, I was bent on it. I read the book, the whole nine. This was back in like 2012. So I know some stuff, but this was like, even me doing this now, I'm like, bro, who is this? Because I don't know this person from a can of paint. And this is not edit. All right, so what I did with this picture was the original picture still looked like this. You can still see, and mind you, my eye was actually green, y'all. I want y'all to understand this. My eye was actually green. So I don't know what the photos do. Like when I took a picture of it, so what I would do is I would manifest in the mirror, and I already knew once I took a picture, it would come through the picture. Okay, in reality, I didn't see it. But through the picture, something about cameras that can capture spiritual things, mark me if I'm wrong, that our lenses can't always see. Like I can see in the spirit now that I'm older and I'm in Christ and stuff like that. Even when I was younger, I can see in the spirit, but I can never see when I did this, like in the flesh. I always saw it through a camera. So after I was done, quote unquote, mirror gazing, which y'all call it, I would see this in my eyes. You can see a little bit there. And back then I added this picture because people can see it, but they couldn't really see it. And it was green with a black slit in the middle, like a cat or like a reptilian. Exactly what I'm saying right now. So y'all go ahead, y'all mirror gaze if y'all want to. I guarantee you it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. I was going through a lot of spiritual attacks. I was going through a lot of different stuff around this time, yo. I was getting choked by the spirits and everything. Like, I just didn't know why, though, because I'm thinking everything I'm doing is, like, normal because it's spiritual. I didn't have parents telling me, like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. And they didn't even know. So please watch over your children because they've been doing all this type of stuff, witchcraft, and you would never know it. When I say never know it, you would never know it. And it drew me so much darkness, but I didn't think the darkness was darkness. I just thought it was, like I said, just being spiritual, being young. So that's my testimony on it. I don't know what everybody else's testimony on this thing is, and it's not nothing to play with. It's not nothing cool. It's not nothing decent. It's demonic. Look, I look devilishly handsome once again, yo. I don't look like how I look now. Of course, I was younger back then too, but just peep. Peep. Y'all see it. And I had to learn how to do this green screen thing just so I can show y'all. So y'all know I'm adamant about the stuff that I'm telling y'all about. So y'all talking about some mirror gaze and stuff, y'all can keep it. Y'all can definitely keep it. So that journal that y'all got and it's talking about mirror gazing, this is what mirror gazing does. You don't see it in the flesh, but behind the scenes in the spirit, this is what it look like. Depending on what you're doing. But even if you're not doing exactly what I did, you're manifesting demons into your spirit. That's period, point blank. Jesus is Lord. Y'all need to repent. Show him.
So when the young lady said that the lady who put the mirror there, or man, whoever it is that put the mirror there, when I first saw it, I thought maybe the mirror was very close to someone's house. So that is the reason why I disagreed when she said that that person put it there in order to capture someone's soul or someone's essence and energy. Well, in my opinion, because the mirror was not close to someone's home, it could very much be the reason why they put it there, because mirrors are portals and also it can capture whatever it reflects through the mirror. So, but other people like goddesses, alchemists, or witches, in some people's opinion, put mirrors by their homes or in front of their door, like right on top of the door in their house, you know, not in the house, but outside of the house. And also they'll put them in like wind shine, like the little things that make noise whenever the wind blows. You can put mirrors there and set the mirror to do the work, because you cannot just put a mirror in there expecting it to do the thing, to do the work for you, to protect your home. You have to tell it what to do. You have to put the proper psalms, you have to put the proper sigils or symbols in the mirror or behind the mirror in order for it to do its thing. So whenever you put a mirror above your door in your home or outside of your home, it serves as if it's like a spy to be able to show you if someone is trying to harm you once they walk past the mirror, or the mirror reflects their reflection, you know, catches the mirror. Then also it will show you, because you can have one in your house and also one outside, in order for you to be able to catch what's happening, what your enemies are trying to do to you, basically, or someone who comes to your house who is not welcome. It will tell you rather in a dream or through the other mirror that's inside the house, because they work, you know, together. So you can mirror gaze, like just like scrying, in order to see what your mirror is trying to tell you, what your mirror have caught. So when I saw that mirror being so far away from people's homes, because it looked like it was by a highway, I could say, okay, well, it could be a different reason why they put it there. It could be to capture, just like she said, and or to harness energy of whatever's there, or maybe they're trying to see whether or not they can catch supernatural things in that said area. But it's not always about harnessing someone's energy or capturing them. It could very much be for protection, because there are ways that you can utilize the mirrors in your home to protect you. Just like there are portals where things can go in and out, you can also prevent things from coming out of your mirror, because all mirrors, all portals, especially if you get them from like a second-hand store, or if it's a used mirror. So for example, bathroom mirrors, whenever you move into a new home, you want to protect your mirrors. You want to do the proper rituals and do the proper veves or sigils to protect said mirror, so that therefore the energy of the previous owners are not still attached to the mirror. And also that's the reason why they cover mirrors. Whenever there's a death in the home, they'll cover the mirror, because they don't want the spirit to be trapped in the mirror. And I spoke about this in another video, and someone was like, oh, why you have to open windows and close the mirrors? Cover the mirrors. Well, in different religion, different cultures, people believe different things. So when I was talking about, you know, hospitals and nursing homes, the spirits are trapped in the building because they cannot open the doors or the windows because of security reasons, you know, then a lot of spirits would be trapped in the nursing homes or in the hospitals for that said reason. And also in the mirrors in the bathroom, obviously, or in the rooms of the hospitals, right? They usually don't have mirrors in the rooms, but in the bathrooms, definitely. And I work in hospital settings a lot, so I would know this. But mirrors, spirits do get trapped in mirrors. So for example, if you don't have your mirror set to protect you or to prevent negative entities or energies to either come through or go into that mirror, you want to cover it at nighttime with a darker blanket or something dark to basically cover it, or turn it behind, you know, turn it. That way you can protect yourself. I would consider like covering the mirror, because it's a better protection than turning it over. But there are some that you can write behind the mirror, and also there are sigils that you can do, either like an invisible sigil, so you would do it in the mirror, like, you know, just like water. You put the water in your hands, and you know, or you blow your breath and then do the sigil, and then once it's dry, it will be invisible, so people cannot see it, but it's there to protect you. Just like whenever you do like spiritual work in a picture frame with a picture, you don't want the person to know that you put a spell on the picture. You would do it where it's like clear, so you'd use like water, and then once it's dry, it basically disappears. But you know that the work has been done to the glass or to the frame, whatever. But there are ways to protect your mirror so things do not come in and out. And I will tell you a quick little story about what happened to me when I actually had a mirror facing my bed. First of all, mirrors facing my bed always cause me to not sleep well, even though I have the protection set up in the mirror, for some reason, like me seeing myself, like my reflection trying to fall asleep, it like weirds me out. And even when I used to be younger, I used to always want a house or a bedroom with a mirror right above, you know, in the ceiling so I can look at myself. Right? But I'm like, there's no way. First of all, when I saw the movie or the show Fall of the House of Usher, I don't know if you guys ever saw it on Netflix, but one of the episodes when one of the daughters died or unalive, the mirror in her ceiling was what killed her. Like all the like the glass shattered and it pierced her heart. Like one of the pieces fell on her and killed her. So anyway, so that's like one of the reasons why, because I'm like, God forbid that were to happen, you know, and I don't want this to be the way I go, you know. But anyways, one day I was sleeping and it was like, I'd say early in the morning because the sun was already up, but I wasn't ready to get up yet. So I was having this dream where I felt like I saw like one of those dark shadows in my room, but I was sleeping and as if like I could hover over myself, like I was astral projecting, right? I hovered over myself and I saw myself sleeping. So anyways, I ended up falling asleep. I saw myself sleeping, astral projection, and then afterwards I like jump out of my sleep. You know how when you jump out of your sleep and it calls you to have a headache? Well, I jump out of my sleep like that, but I wasn't ready to get back up, so I went back to sleep, right? And as I'm falling asleep, the mirror was facing me, and I felt someone scream my name, but I didn't wake up from my sleep. I just kind of move over, turn over, you know, and fix myself back, right? And then as I'm falling back asleep, I felt someone like give me a slap like this in my hand, like that, like right in this area. And it hurt so bad to the point where when I woke up, because it woke me up, because it was so shocking that I felt it so real. When I woke up, I felt the mark and it was hot. You know, when you get slapped in the area, you could feel it's like real warm. Well, I saw the mark there, and also it was still hot. So as if like someone reached through the mirror, slapped my hand to wake me up, and then disappeared, because as soon as I woke up there was nobody there. But the pain was still there, and I felt it even though it wasn't a dream, or you know, I was like about to fall asleep. So it was like right around the time when you're about to fall asleep, like really fall asleep, you know, when it's like daytime, it's like the sun is out but you're still trying to fall asleep because you're just not ready to get up yet. When I woke up, that spot was so warm and hot, and it was still stinging as if like it really happened in real life. But it was because the mirror was there, and I woke up and I was staring at the mirror. I felt weird, like with the mirror being there, because I'm like, there's no way this just happened to me, and I woke up, my mirror is there, but the mirror was always there, right? So then after that day, I changed the mirror. I never slept with the mirror in front of my bed again. And ever since then, I've had normal night rest. I don't have any issues falling asleep or staying asleep. But I always felt like when I had the mirror, I could go to sleep. I'll have a whole night rest, and I'll wake up tired, as if like I was literally living a different life while I was sleeping. Like I was doing too much. I was working, you know, I didn't take a break, because I wake up and I'm tired. Like I'll wake up and I yawn like I'm tired. You know the yawn that you do when you're tired? And I'll have to have coffee, maybe 2 cups of coffee, because I'm so tired, as if like I literally could not wait to go back to sleep, to fall asleep again, because I was so tired. I just needed to sleep, you know? And it's crazy. Like I'd get sometimes 9 hours rest and 9 hours sleep, and I'll still wake up tired. And it was because of that mirror. And ever since I got that mirror away from my bed, I've always had good night rest, and I always wake up refreshed. I never have that issue again. So let me know if you ever have that kind of issue, or if you ever have mirrors in front of your bed. And if you did, have you ever had any experiences with your sleep? Have you ever seen anything through the mirrors? Do you believe mirrors are portals? Let me know. I'll talk to you later. Bye. With that being said about mirrors, there are a few things that you can use mirrors for and your benefits. Money spells, to reflect money back to you. So you would put the amount of money you want in front of a mirror to reflect it times 2, because it's reflecting it back. Love spells, be the apple of his eye spells, glamour spells, protection spells, return back to sender spells, because when you do that, it will reflect whatever the work you're doing to return it back to the sender. And also beauty spells, honestly, because standing in front of a mirror and saying the beauty affirmations that you want to feel for the day is more powerful than if you were to just simply say it out loud just anywhere in the air. It would make it 10 times stronger because you're saying it to the mirror, back to yourself. So